What's going on today, YouTubes? Be sure to like the video. I know I hate this transition, but be sure to subscribe and be sure to comment down below what you guys' favorite part of the series so far is. I have a whole bunch of updates for you guys. The first thing is the fact that I got the tower done, or at least what I think should be the best part of the house, which is the best, not best, bedroom. I made some chandeliers. I went against what I said I was going to do, and I made some chandeliers because I think they would be the best source of lighting for this room, especially the fact that I made the walls all glass except for the pillars to lead to the roof. I made the roof chiseled marble. I know I said I wouldn't make any of the part of the house this series marble, but I just figured the white might be a little too clean to not configure it into the house at some point. So this is the only point of the house that's marble. I did, however, try to look up some sort of decorative blocks, I guess you would say, to figure out how I could decorate this room. None of them came up. Nothing super good came up. It was bookshelves mainly that you had to actually put books into that would make them look good. And I didn't want to do that. So I made an amethyst block, a sapphire block, a diamond block, and an emerald block. I just put them in the corners. And then I made 4 beds, and I said, you know what? That's probably good for a bedroom. So that's what we did. If you guys missed the last episode, we made a couple more superhero suits. Let's go down and check which ones we made. I know there was a lot that we couldn't make. So if you guys missed that episode, be sure to check in the playlist down below so you guys can see that. But I'm pretty sure we made Nightwing, which is right here. Deadpool, who's my favorite superhero and probably the best looking superhero suit we've made so far. And then we finally traded with Stan Lee for the Green Lantern battery, I think is what it's called. I can check right quick. The Green Lantern power battery. Hopefully that this does not go inside. Please come out. Yes. And then give it to me. It did go inside. Dude, you're joking me. Oh, you're joking me. All right, so then we got to put this. We can just put this backpack up here right quick so that way we can collect this tin. I should have disposed of my inventory before the episode, but I did not. Anyway, we finally traded with Stan Lee to get the Green Lantern suit, which obviously, you know, could very well help us in the future as it gives us tools and a lot of buffs. But I honestly do think the Deadpool suit gives us the most amount of buffs and the most amount of advantage if we ever do decide to take the king or the queen on with the superhero suit equipped. Just because the buffs that we get from actually using that suit far outweigh like Mjolnir or Captain America's shield or stuff like that. I'm going to put these ores in here just because we don't have that many. I just mined for a second before we came in. And then that is not the superhero one. This is. Let's put the coal, not in that, and this. Put this here. We shall put the redstone in there. Redstone torches can go right here. We need to put the chiseled marble over here just considering the fact that we don't really need it at this point in the series until we do something maybe else with marble. Another thing that I have to show you guys is I have 2 stacks and 11 brick. I'm going to make another thing I have to show you guys in this episode. Something that I think you guys will far enjoy. And then I think that's everything I need out of my inventory. Oh, I need these enchanted ore in here. Did that complete 3 stacks or did that just went somewhere else? Okay. So I'm sure it's probably about to come night. Oh, it's about noon in the world actually. Another thing that I got to show you guys that I made in between the last episode and this episode that you guys are obviously seeing is I made Avengers Tower. Now you might be asking, why? Why would you make Avengers Tower? If you're going to keep all the superhero suits in the first floor, obviously near the hero maker, why would you make Avengers Tower? And to that, I say, I was going to make Stark Tower, but then I was like, why not just make Avengers Tower and then just have it be Stark Tower? So one thing that I got to do, and I have it all prepped for you guys, so that way it it doesn't take me making a whole bunch of cuts and you guys seeing a whole bunch of random stuff be collected and stuff like that is in this mod pack, you have to make a Stark workbench in order to make the Iron Man suits. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make literally Avengers Tower, just retcon it back into Stark Tower. And I'm really, really, really hoping that this is a 3-block wide structure and it's not 2. Because if it's 2, it's not going to line up. Because if you count this, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's an odd number of blocks, in case you didn't know. 13 was an odd number. And then if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I guess, would be an odd number, but it's not. I'm not really counting the windows. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's an odd number. So I'm really I'm really hoping that this is an odd number, and it is. Okay, it is 3 blocks wide. So let's take this back into our inventory, and we shall put it right here on the other side of this torch. And then I'm not sure why can't we click on it? Do you really have to make the Iron Man suits in the Hero Maker too, and the Stark workbench is just for absolutely nothing? If it is, then I mean, it obviously makes the Avengers Tower look a little bit better. I didn't really look into it before I decided to make Avengers Tower. So if not, then we just have Avengers Tower in our village right here. Obviously, the solar panel field, which I showed you guys last episode. This is one thing that has changed. Obviously, you guys can see from the last episode, I kind of modified the village. I took apart all the houses that were right here in this little area. I don't believe there's one area over there. I just think it was the rubber farm over there, and then a couple houses that were right here. And then I think I destroyed one house that was right here in order for an easier entrance into the mine. I just used spruce in the chisel mod to make these blocks. I guess a better word would be the entrance to the mine a little bit cooler, a little bit more refined than just using spruce blocks in general. This drops all the way down to the mine right here. I left the ores on the side so that way it would look a little bit more like a mine, and then I just cleaned out the gravel, made it cobblestone chiseled blocks as well for the entire pathway all the way around into that entrance, into the entrance over there. And then obviously you guys know about the entrance that's over there. I do believe that I made the entrance over here, and then I got rid of that entrance that was right there. And then there's obviously the entrance right there that I showed you guys. But I did not, I guess, finish this entrance right here into the chiseled cobblestone, but obviously we will at some point. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I wanted to make this fountain a little bit better, but I didn't want to destroy this house. And unfortunately, if I wanted to make this a little bit better, I would need to destroy this house. So we'll have to come up with a solution for that at some point in the future. And then obviously the Tinker's Construct stuff I did not destroy yet. I wanted to put that more over towards that wall, but we will see what the future brings. And then there's a mantis, I guess, in our sheep farm. We have the sheep farm so that way we can get more wool for cloth and stuff like that for the superheroes mod. I could not figure that word out. But in order to fill the rest of this episode, I really thought that the Stark workbench was going to make Iron Man armor, and I had a couple stuff figured out for you guys, but maybe it's just in the Hero Maker. I'll figure that out in between episodes. We are going to go into the brown ant dimension and figure out if we can steal a couple of resources from the king himself, literally the king himself. So where are the regular ant nests? Okay, so we have 3, so we will put one over here, and then we will have a clean fist in order to click on one of the brown ants when we get to that point. So I will see you guys there. All right, we're back. We are going into the brown ant dimension. I realize this is where the king spawns, and we could be in some very hellacious trouble. PC can't handle the brown ant dimension, maybe? I think we are better at this point. Maybe not. Hopefully it's not like spawning in the king or something like that. That would be terrible. Considering I'm not sure how well prepared we are for the king, I'm just going to kill these golden apple cows for obvious reasons, as we can get quite a few golden apples to maybe help us along our journey. I know I haven't used them quite to the advantage that they have at this point in the series. But let's go into MC. There's not, surprisingly, there's not a king tree in the spawn. Let's see how far we got to go in order for a king tree to actually spawn. Hopefully I'm not heading in the exact opposite direction. It was just one chunk the other way. Are you going to crash? Hopefully you don't crash. And you just take a little bit longer to load chunks than if I were in the overworld. Another thing I didn't do is I did not bring the I did not bring the brown ant spawner, or brown ant nest, I guess is what you would call it, not would you call it. We gotta have a king tree spawn, I mean, somewhat near here, correct? Or could they just be at any point from spawn? Hopefully that's not the case. Is that the case? It could just be any point from spawn in one direction. Hopefully it's not like super far from here. It doesn't look like it's anywhere close though. We are coming up on some regular apple cows, an antelope, and a coin, a couple sheep, and just some crazy trees. Oh, there's some golden apple cows right there. Just regular golden apple cows. I'm not sure if the golden tree of doom with the king spawning around it is supposed to be this far away from spawn. I guess we'll just keep going this way to see if maybe they changed it. I thought it was supposed to spawn you somewhere at least close to the king tree. I guess not. Let's go into the map and see. Back it up a little bit. I don't remember what my actual button for the normal map is. Is it right control? It is. Let's go back the other way and I will see you guys in a second. Let's go back the other way and see if maybe one spawns closer the other direction. Okay, I see a little bit of the king tree coming into into view. So this will be the first time in series history that we see a mob that we cannot take on at this point. But I'm going to take some of his resources, like the block of uranium. I don't really need the block of redstone. I don't really need the block of that either, but I'm assuming this is a block of titanium. So we will take that. Another block of uranium. I assume that's what this is as well. We are going to take a little bit of his resources just so we can maybe get some other stuff in the works. I honestly don't know why I'm taking the blocks of ruby or amethyst, just because we do have a lot of those. Maybe not the ruby ore spawn, but we do have rubies from other mod packs. Let's take this. I'm assuming the king is going to spawn real quick and then just completely demolish us. So I'm trying to get as much resources as he will allow us to get. I hear some explosions, so we're going to back up right quick and then just see what happens. I don't see him yet, but I obviously know. Oh, there he is. Okay. So we're gonna back up. Well, I mean, we're just gonna we're gonna back out of that just a little, because that guy, I feel like, is really just gonna pwn us. So I'm not sure if you guys saw him, but just for video's sake, there he is. I mean, there he is. I don't know if we can fight him at this point. I think the Momzilla scale armor is probably the best for us to fight him with. But yeah, that's a king. That's a king right there. 3-headed dragon guarding a completely gold, emerald, and diamond staircase tree. I know you guys have probably seen that before. But that's really I mean, not really, but actually the first time I've ever actually seen him in a real life game, which is God, 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 God. Please don't do it. Please don't do it to me. Please don't do it to me. Please, please, Mr. King, if you would just spare my life this time, so I could get a little different gear. That would be. Please give me a brown ant. I'm trying to land. There's a ant nest. Please, is there a brown ant? Is there a brown ant somewhere, please? I need a brown ant. 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 Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. That scared me too much. That, I guess we're not spawning at the house. Let's, look at control, see where we're at. We're just not too far. We'll go this way. But that's going to be it for this episode. We saw the king. I can't. We stole a little bit from him, but not incredibly too much. It's just going to make us overpowered because obviously we still have to fight Mobzilla. I think that'll be the best armor to give us a chance to beat him. Unless we go into the 6-tiered dungeon and get some Royal Guardian armor from there. I do believe that the Mobzilla armor at least will be a better chance than just ultimate armor. And then maybe in the next couple episodes, if you guys stick around, we will fight him at that point. Thank you guys for watching so much. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to comment down below. And be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you guys never miss a video. Peace.